don't get what's wrong with this person, because the video that they're talking about, and I'll link it down below, specifically says that I'm saying these people are light brown skinned. I think it's along the same lines of what I've been always saying, that these people constantly feel less than for their skin tone, so they want others to want to be them or something. Because it's like, I never said anything about being light-skinned. And I never said Beyonce was light-skinned. I never said that Halle Berry, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj are light-skinned. I consider them light brown. Anyone who watches my platform would understand I consider them light brown. I do not consider them light-skinned, and I don't consider them dark-skinned. They are in the middle. Honestly, I would just consider them medium, but there's so many Gabrielle Union, Angela Bassett, April Jones, and so many different dang people who keep trying to say they're not dark-skinned. So I just am like, I don't know where dark skin starts, because it keeps getting higher and higher, and everybody wants to claim that they're brown skinned these days, it seems. But, you know, I just try to say light brown to designate that that's a different complexion than those who are on the darker end, who are brown skinned, but they look very similar to dark skinned people. To me, light brown skinned people don't look similar to dark skinned people. They don't look similar to light skinned people. A lot of people like to say that they look similar to light skinned people, but they don't. It's only when a light skin gets a tan. When a light skin gets a tan, then yes, we're matching complexions, okay? But that's not the same thing. So anyway, so they were upset about the fact that I didn't feel less than, I guess, about my skin tone, but I'm like, I just feel sorry for this person, because it's like, it seems like they feel inferior for not having white skin, because they kind of seem to have a goal of light skin being a prize or something, and it's like, you know, if light skin is a prize, then what is white skin? White skin is obviously the best in that situation, obviously. Just like dark skin is the best, if the darkest is the best. You know, I am smart enough where I would never say darkest is the best or lightest is the best, because I know are neither. What dumbass says lightest is the best when you're not the lightest? When you're not white skinned? Oh, I guess because someone's darker than you, they're supposed to not even pay attention to the fact that you're not white. Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't help but notice. But point is here, I wanted to say that between Beyonce and the people that I was talking about, and myself included, of course, no, she's actually darker than a paper bag, if it matters at all, and that, she can kind of be the color of a paper bag, and that's why I'm showing the paper bag. Just to show you the difference, okay? Because a lot of the time, what I notice is this. People of my complexion, people like Nicki Minaj, people like Rihanna, people like Halle Berry, will be said to be darker than Beyonce. And it's like, in reality, we're not. You know, Rihanna is a 330 in Fenty. Beyonce's complexion, you know what Beyonce's complexion is in her foundation? It's a soft sable in L'Oreal. That's a 400 in Fenty. Right there. You see that? C6 soft sable. That is the same color as 400 in Fenty. So obviously she's much darker. A paper bag is about a 390, honestly. And personally for me, I'm a 370 in Fenty in the winter in Vegas. In the north, I'm actually just Rihanna's color, 330. So, I mean, honestly, I want to end in saying that Beyonce is a very beautiful black woman. And she doesn't need to be light-skinned to be beautiful. She's a beautiful light brown-skinned woman, and it's not just me who thinks she's light brown-skinned, honestly. You can see on a very popular and famous video Chrissy did on shades, she specifically put her in the light brown category, not the light skin category. I would agree, she's light brown. Light brown is anybody around the color of a paper bag, basically. Some of us are lighter than it, as you saw. That was my screenshot video from a video I did last January. And you can see, obviously, where some of us are lighter and some of us are darker, But, we're around the shade of a paper bag, basically. That's what I consider light brown. Brown skin is darker than that, basically. So, someone darker than Eva Pigford, basically, or Tyra Banks would be basically someone who I would consider brown skinned and not light brown. So to me, in total, let's not try and act like it's such an importance that Beyonce be called light-skinned. It isn't. Honestly, it's very important to point out that she's not light-skinned, in my opinion, because people always try to take away her talent and try to say she has light-skin privilege. But if she's not even light-skinned, then how does she have light-skin privilege? Now, see, that kind of proves that. And plus she tans, which also makes her a lot darker skin. So how does she have a privilege when she visibly doesn't even look light brown at that? When we do have this colorism discourse and argument and fight over it, people fight for the wrong things, it seems like. Like this person, where they buy into the whole lighter is better, but they don't realize what it says about them and where that places them. On the whole scheme of light to dark, they would fall on the dark end of things because the majority of people in this country are much, much, much lighter than them. It's like 80% of the population is much, much, much lighter than them. So they would fall on the dark end of the spectrum. But for one moment, they can feel like they are better. But what does that really do you in reality? How does that help you in reality when it's not a real currency? It's not really going to benefit you in any way. The problem is these type of people buy into the colorism crybabies argument. And then they basically want to believe the delusion, but the delusion does them no good. All it does is hurt them in the end because they're not with reality. Also, a few things in closing. I do have a video, like I said, that was screenshotted, and my undertone is not blue, it's actually yellow. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.